This is the makeup that I've been wearing most of the time when I have a little bit of extra time in the morning. Usually in the fall, I like to wear more makeup. I like more of a polished, put together look, you know, with a nice jacket, a nice pair of boots. You just feel a little bit more put together. You're not hot and sweating all over the place. So this has been the makeup look that I've been wearing a lot lately, and if you want to see how I achieve this look, just keep watching. Alright, so I'm actually starting with the eye makeup first, which is something that I don't do very often, but I have been getting into it lately, especially when using this technique, which is using tape. I am using, this is like medical grade tape. You can just use regular Scotch tape as well. All you have to do is make sure that you take off the adhesive a little bit so it's not as strong. Now I'm going to apply it underneath my eyes. So there's nothing on my skin aside from primer. I used the Dior Dream Skin, and then I used a little bit of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Opal, the cream one. I just used it a little bit on my cheekbones to add glow. So now I'm going to apply the tape, and the angle that I'm applying this at is the same angle that my arch goes, so I want to keep this parallel to my arch. So this part of my arch of my eyebrow goes like this. Hold this at the same angle as my brow, and then just move it down, keeping the angle and just moving it down to the outer corner of my eye, so that these lines are going to be parallel, and it's just going to give you a really nice lift and look to the eye. So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So now that we look really crazy, we're going to start applying the eyeshadow. And I'm using the Laura Mercier Artist Palette. You can still get this, it's still available. I will link to it below. This is just one of my go-to eyeshadow palettes. You can do all sorts of looks with this. I'm just going to add a little bit of Urban Decay Primer Potion first because my eyelids can get a little bit oily. Alright, so now with a fluffy brush, I am using the color Plum Smoke, which is a very pale, cool-toned lavender color. And I'm just applying this in the crease. Even though this is cool-toned, it still picks up a little bit of warmth on my skin tone. I have a very warm undertone. If you have more pink or neutral undertones, this might show up more cool-toned or gray on you. Even MAC Woodwinked eyeshadow, I can't wear that because it looks orange when I put it on my eyes. It's so weird. Anyway, you don't have to be too precise with this because you have the tape. I'm going to go in with Fresco eyeshadow, which is right over here. This is a nice warm brown. And I'm using a MAC 217 to just deepen the crease a little bit. Now I'm going to take the color Cure Royale, which is right here, on a small Sephora. This is a precision crease brush, number 17. And I'm going to use it, again, even more precisely, just in the outer corner, in the outer part of the crease. And a little bit along the edge of the tape as well, so I get a nice winged shape when I take the tape off. Then I'm going to take my MAC 224 brush back in the Plum Smoke color, just using it to blend everything out. Then I'm taking a flat Sonia Kashuk brush, this is number 103, and I'm going to put it in this beautiful pink color. It's called Guava. It's a shimmery pale pink, and I'm going to pack this on all over, focusing on the inner part of the lid. It makes your eye look nice and bright. Then I'm going to take the darkest color here, the darkest purple, called Violet Ink, on a pencil brush. This is a MAC 219 brush, and I'm going to use it to deepen the outer corner, almost like a liner. I'm going to take the Precision Crease Brush in the Cure Royale shade again, and just going over that to blend everything out. And then just going back in with MAC 224 brush to make sure everything is nice and blended. And now I'm going to remove the tape. And you just get a really nice, clean, lifted eyeshadow shape. I'm going to add a little bit of eyeliner. This is the Burberry Eye Definer in the color Midnight Ash. And I'm just going to use it on the top lash line, just very close to the lash line, just to add a little bit of extra definition. Alright, now I'm going to apply my base. This is the Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous foundation. I love this foundation. If you have oily skin, you have to try this. I've been mixing it with just a couple of drops of the Dior Nude Air in shade number 21. So I'm going to put a little bit of the Covergirl foundation on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to add a couple of drops of the Dior, tap it all in to mix it. And then I'm going to start dotting it, focusing on the areas that need more coverage. Then I'm going to take a Sigma F80 brush and I'm just going to blend it all in. It's been a great way for me to use up both of these foundations because the Covergirl gives the Dior more lasting power on the face, and then the Dior gives the Covergirl foundation the perfect color. All right, now for some under eye concealer, I'm going to use the ONOMIE Bright Concealing Elixir, and this is in the shade number 2. And I'm also going to use whatever's left on my finger at the end. I'm just going to use it to soften the line where I had the tape, just a little bit. All right, now I'm going to take a little bit of the Kir Royale shade mixed with the Plum Smoke shade on a pencil brush, and I'm going to apply it on my lower lash line. And now I'm going to add a little bit of white eyeliner on my waterline. This is the ALIMA Pure eyeliner in the color Paper. I really like this. It's not as harsh as a pure white. It's not nude, it's not white, it's somewhere in the middle. Now I'm going to set the under eye area with Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, and this is a Cosette S150 brush. Sometimes I take whatever's left over on the brush and just go down the center of my face as well. Now for brows, I'm going to brush them up, and I'm trying out these new brow products from NUDESTIX. And I really like the brow wax. I had never used a brow wax before. It comes as a crayon and you just go over your eyebrows. This works really well if you are like me and you have long, stubborn eyebrow hairs, but you don't want to trim them, because if I trim my eyebrow hairs, then I have bald spots. And I don't want that, so I'd rather just kind of manipulate my long brow hairs so that it looks like I have fuller brows. This is perfect for that. And then you go in and fill them out. All right, now the best part, at the other end of that brow pencil, they have a brow gel, and this is, no joke, the best brow gel that I have ever tried. It is like glue. It's even waterproof, so this will just last you until you take it off with makeup remover. This is awesome. Perfect if you have unruly brows. For mascara, I'm just going to curl my lashes really quick. And the mascara sample that I've been loving right now is by Givenchy. This is the Noir Couture Volume Mascara. Now I'm going to bronze just a little bit with Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil, and I'm using a MAC 187 brush. For blush, I've really been loving NARS MOUNIA. This is what it looks like. I've had this for a long time and I think that's discontinued now, but there might be something comparable out on the market. If I find it, I will link to it below. I remember seeing a dupe of this on Temptalia, but anyway, this is very, very pigmented. All you need is just one dip of this. Then I tap off the excess on the back of my hand, and then this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette, and I'm just going to use the top 2 colors, blend it together. I'm trying to use up these 2 lipsticks by MAC, so I've been using them together. I'm using the Giorgio Armani Lip Liner in number 12 first. This is MAC Creme de Nude. I'm going to use this first, dabbing it on, and then going in with MAC Speed Dial lipstick on top. And then I want a little more gloss, so I'm going to use a little bit of BUXOM White Russian lip gloss on top. So moral of the story is, when you're trying to use up lipsticks that you're not that crazy about, try wearing them together, because the result might be a combination that you really like. And I believe this is it. This is the finished makeup look. I hope you're all having an awesome day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! It's Sandra, and this video is going to be about my top 5 favorite high-end lipsticks for fall.